Hey, this is Slink with SMI Corporation EVE Online. In today's orientation video, I'm going to discuss our pay structure and pay scale and try to give you an idea of how that works. We have three ways that we pay our miners. The first is a base pay. That's the money that we pay, the ISK that we pay directly to our miners for the ore that they produce, whether that be for solo mining as direct contracts, or if you participate in a fleet op, you might be splitting the pay between miners and haulers and extractors and whatnot. But this represents the base amount per unit that the corporation pays for the ore that's produced. Now on top of that, each miner is earning loyalty points. Loyalty points represent the additional ships and equipment in terms of perks that you'll receive from the corporation. So for every ISK that you submit in ore, you also earn an additional 5 to 20% accumulated towards those ships and equipment. On top of that, we sometimes offer other incentives like contest, or occasionally we offer a specific bounty on a specific type of ore we're looking for if we have a shortage and so on. So there's some often some opportunities to earn a little bit more through incentives. Now, when you start with us, you start as a Tier 1 miner. Tier 1 miner basically means that you have not yet submitted 100 million in ISK value in ore to the corporation yet. And so at first we start off kind of slow, and we pay 5%. So you earn 5% LP for the ore that you submit. The idea is that the longer you stick around, the greater the rewards. So once you get to a place where you've kind of established you're going to do a decent volume and be around for a little while, you'll graduate to Tier 2. That basically means that you have mined more than 100 million in ISK value for the corporation so far, but less than 250. And at that point, you'll be earning 10% of your ISK value in additional LP. And then at Tier 3, that's kind of the top tier, you'll actually be earning an additional 20%. So let's take a look at like a sample miner to look at how this would actually, let's look at the scale itself first. This is the price list as of the moment I'm recording this video. Now this is subject to change over time, but basically this is the base rate that we pay for the ore to the miner. So if you turn in 1 million Veldspar, you'll receive 6 million in base pay. If you turn in 1 million dense Veldspar, you'll receive 6.6 million in base pay. Then basically the LP that you accumulate is based on those amounts. So in this particular case, we've got a miner who on December 6th turned in 15.4 million in ISK value on one contract, and at a rate of 5% they earned 770,000 in LP. And then on December 7th they turned in more, earned more, and that this LP value is slowly accumulating, so that you look at the pay that they've earned to date in base pay and the LP earned to date. In this particular case, at this stage, this miner has earned a little over 7.5 million in loyalty points. Another thing to note is that here on December 10th, when they turned in this contract, they actually crossed the 100 million mark. So the next contract they turned in actually was now earning LP at a rate of 10%, so they're getting quite a bit more in LP for this last contract turned in. And then if they progressed on down and turned in more, there'd come a point where that 10% would turn to 20%, and they start accumulating LP even faster. Now on the spending side, this particular sample, this miner has not yet spent any LP, but if they were ready for a ship, let's say that was worth 5 million, they might sit down and say, okay, I want to use my LP, I'm not going to type in the detail, but I'm going to go ahead and spend 5 million for a ship that's worth roughly 5 million, 123, 123, and I'll just type in ship here. So this is what it would look like if they actually used some LP. So they accumulate a total of 7.5 LP. At this stage they will have spent 5 million of that, so they've now received a ship, and they still have 2.5 they can continue accumulating towards their next item. Now we ask that you work closely with your station manager to kind of let them know what you plan on spending your LP for, because we need time to have that ready for you. Now at Saki, what I typically recommend for newer miners anyway is that we're trying to help you graduate from frigate to cruiser to mining barge to exhumer. A great program is to basically decide, you've got training time and then you need the money to buy those ships. It is very possible to set up a structure to where while you're training, you're accumulating LP, and that LP can basically pay for the ships and equipment as you're able to fly them. So by taking at any given point, let's say you have 30 days until you're ready to upgrade to a ship worth 5 million, you can decide in advance that I'm going to use my LP in 30 days. It's pretty simple to divide the LP that you'll need at that time by the number of days and give yourself a daily goal for mining. So if you hit that daily goal, you mine this amount, by the time you can fly the ship, the corporation will give you that ship and possibly fully equipped for free. So that takes a little bit of advanced planning. Definitely work with your station manager to let them know what you plan on using LP for, so they can make sure that the corporation sets aside that piece of equipment so it's there for you, ready to fly or ready to use when you're ready to use it. So to summarize, you'll receive base pay based on a price list for the ore that you extract and submit as contracts or mine as part of a fleet operation. On top of that, you'll accumulate loyalty points based on the ore submitted that will go towards purchasing ships and equipment. And on top of that, you'll have some opportunities to earn incentive pay from bonuses and contests and whatnot. As a result, those miners who are productive and stick around for the long haul will make significantly more mining with SMI than you would typically make solo mining and selling at market prices. Thank you, and please contact me in game if you have any questions.